KOR Sports are here with Robert Garcia. That's a great victory, man. Hector Donajado Jr. looked good. He's improving more and more. It's very visible, kind of like under your tutelage. I remember seeing him 2-3 fights in, and he looks like a completely different fighter.
But look, he's getting a lot of experience. He's fighting. He's getting the rounds in the gym and in the fights. Obviously, he's been, he went all 8 rounds and getting the work in the gym that he gets with so many different talented fighters is just unbelievable. So little by little, just learning, getting better. Experience is the most important thing, and he's getting that in the gym. So that's very important.
I was talking to him, and I feel there was a couple times where it looked like the other guy was rocked, and he kind of went for it, and then he realized, like, okay, maybe he's not as bad as I thought. But I feel like it was a good learning experience because he went for it, and it didn't happen, and he still kind of had to go the rounds, right? I mean, that's kind of invaluable, right?
Look, it's great experience because, yes, when a fighter, I'm going to give you a perfect example, and not because I'm comparing Hector to Mikey, but Mikey kind of has the similarities when he hurts his opponents and drops them. Mikey doesn't just go out for the kill. He takes his time. He's patient. He did it against Lipinets, dropped him, and Lipinets was actually a little bit hurt, but still Mikey didn't go out there for the kill. Mikey is smart, takes his time, very patient, and went the distance. Against Robert Easter, same thing. He dropped him, but instead of going for the knockout, he took his time and he went out 12 rounds. Hector kind of does the same. He it seems like he hurt him a couple times, but even though he obviously puts a little bit of pressure, but still takes his time, which is good. It's great to be like that, very smart, and a win. Knockouts are beautiful. Knockouts, we all love to see knockouts, but if the fighter's getting the rounds in and getting the experience, I think it's the win is a win.
No, definitely, man. He was talking about he wants 10-round fights, kind of from now on, 10-round. Obviously, championship fights kind of coming out. The name that he's mentioned a few times, and you've mentioned a few times, obviously Ryan Garcia. I feel like that fight's still in the horizon, but it is building. Is that like the goal to kind of get to kind of make that fight a big money fight?
Well, look, right now they both fight for Golden Boy, and they both have around the same amount of fights. I know Ryan has been a little bit more up there because of all the publicity, social media, and he's already fighting 10 rounds, and he goes out there and knocks his opponents out in 1 or 2 rounds. He won the distance last fight, but it was also a good experience for him. So I think that's a fight that's being built up little by little. I know that I've talked to Golden Boy people, and they agree that it's a fight that's going to happen when the time is right. Either both are already up there in big names, or one of them is a world champion, the other one's a challenger. Something like that will happen, but the fight should happen hopefully sooner than later, but it'll happen.
Definitely. Speaking of Ryan, he's fighting Carlos Morales. That's a good fight. I like that Golden Boy does that. They like that they put their kind of prospects together and kind of we'll see who the best man wins.
Well, that's the way it should be. In boxing, you can't be 30-0, but fighting nothing but guys. Guys that bring from other countries where they just come to get paid, and that happens a lot, and it's happened before. Good thing that Golden Boy does is they match them up, and the winner advances, and the guy that loses, they still keep using them. Look, they right here today. They have what the kids fighting the main event. Emilio Sanchez. He got knocked out in his last fight, and look, he came back, and now he's fighting another 10-rounder, which is really good. I think Golden Boy is doing a great job doing that, keeping their fighters happy, bringing them back even after they lose. They bring them back and bring them back to still fight in a good position. Main event, 10-round. That's beautiful, and that's something that motivates the fighters. That brings the fighters' mentality positive, and after a knockout loss, they're still up there. They feel like they're still loved by their promoter and their team.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's very positive for the young kids, especially because they're young and coming up. You mentioned Mikey just real quickly. Obviously, Mikey looked sensational against Robert Easter. Earl Spence is the name you guys are saying. What's the latest with that? Do you have a date, negotiation, anything like that?
Well, as of now, I don't think there's anything latest. Las toallas las pones en tu carro, eh? There's anything latest. I think it's just eventually it will happen. That's what Mikey wants. That's what Mikey is looking for. So I think that's what we're gonna have before the end of the year.
I've asked different people's opinions. Gaio Estrada feels that Mikey could win that fight. Abel Sanchez seemed a little worried for Mikey. Was just kind of like he'd rather him stay at lightweight and fight guys kind of his size. What have you heard from kind of the boxing public, and more positive, more negative?
Look, there's some positive, but it's mostly negative. You know, telling us Mikey's very good, pound for pound, one of the best, but not yet. You know, eventually that fight will probably be built up to become a huge fight a year and a half, 2 years from now. Most of the people say, you know, it's best for Mikey to wait, but I think that's what Mikey wants to do it, because everybody says he can't do it. And look, Mikey's very skillful. He's got power. He's very smart in the ring. So, you know, he could do it. I think he could do it. Great shape, good game plan, and during training, that's what's going to motivate Mikey. I know Mikey better than anybody else, and if Mikey's not motivated, then even training camp won't be as good. You know, I think getting that challenge against Spence is going to motivate Mikey to stay in the gym and work hard and go out there and hopefully pull out the win. It's not going to be easy, but if he does, it would be huge.
Yeah, a motivated Mikey's a scary man. Thank you so much for your time, brother. Best of luck. Thank you. Congratulations again.